Hello everyone, welcome back to Crypto Bradley YT and welcome back to another crypto video. So today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum again. Basically just a video top up of what happened in yesterday's video, and just to explain what's happening right now with Bitcoin and Ethereum. So basically, as you can see here, Ethereum on the 45-minute chart, unfortunately we did obviously break out of the neckline of the triple bottom pattern, as you can see here. So obviously this is the triple bottom pattern. We got to the neckline, we broke through, we got up to about $22,800, and then unfortunately we very quickly got rejected. So we obviously sort of got up there and then got rejected very quickly. So as you can see here, this is another sort of Bart Simpson head pattern, which is what we seem to see a lot with Bitcoin at this moment in time. So you see like a big impulse in price, so a big break in price, and then you see Bart Simpson's head, and then we obviously come back down to the downside. And that's obviously what's happened, and obviously now we have come back down to support, and we've now sort of bounced back up of support. So we're sort of sitting around this support level here of $21,400. So this is what's happening here at this moment in time. It does look like we are about to retest the neckline as well, and the RSI is heading back towards the upside. So it looks like we are heading back towards the upside. We could be ticking bullish fairly soon on the 45-minute chart in about half an hour or so. And as you can see here, the green candle is slowly pumping towards the upside, and the RSI is moving back up. So as soon as we tick bullish on the RSI, and yeah, obviously we should be retesting this neckline again. But obviously it's not really a triple bottom pattern anymore. So I kind of need to get rid of all of this, to be honest, but I won't do it now whilst I'm doing the video. But yes, anyway, obviously as you can see here, so obviously we're failing to break through this sort of descending wedge pattern here. Let me just sort this out. So this is the descending wedge pattern. So as you can see here, we are just slowly decreasing in price. If we do obviously break outside of this descending wedge pattern, then we should hopefully be getting this green candle here. So obviously if we do break towards the outside, which it does look like we are about to break out, and we may be ticking bullish soon on the 45-minute chart, so we could be coming back through, breaking through these two resistances here around $21,800, and then coming up to around $22,200. Which will be quite nice to see. As you can see, we are obviously breaking out fairly soon. So let's head to the 1 hourly chart. If we look at the 1 hourly, obviously it's the same sort of thing. But just need to move this a little bit. So on the 1 hourly, we have actually broken out of it. So that's obviously quite nice to see. And obviously this is the green candle here that we use for our break towards the upside. So yeah, we should be coming up to breaking through the resistance of 21,800, and then coming up to around $22,000 to 22,200. And so basically we just need to wait until we tick bullish on the RSI as well, which obviously makes things more bullish, and then obviously we break more towards the upside. So yeah, I am kind of hoping that we do get back to around the $22,000 level, to around $22,200, and then hopefully try and come back up to retest 22,800. But we'll soon see what's happening. We kind of really want to be closing above $21,800 today, just for continued upside movement, basically, which would be very nice to see. Obviously it just confirms support, so it confirms it's quite a strong support, and then we try and retest that support at a later date, and it should be quite strong, and Bitcoin should hold it. But obviously we're not too sure on what's obviously happening at this moment in time. But if we head towards the 4 hourly chart, if we look at the 4 hourly, as you can see, let's move this, because obviously we're not in this pattern anymore. So we'll move these. So to me, this looks like a new bearish pattern forming, and it also looks like we've broken towards the downside of a bullish flag pattern. But I'm more focused on this bearish flag pattern that's starting right now. So obviously in the next 2.5 hours, this candle should close, which should mean that this would be a confirmed bearish flag pattern. So let's say the top of this resistance here of $21,800 is the top of our bearish flag, and the bottom of our bearish flag is around $22,400. If we obviously break towards the downside of this, the downside potential could be quite huge. It would be this sort of drop towards the downside here, so we should be breaking through the support level of $21,000, then breaking through $20,600, and then coming back down to around $20,100. If we obviously measure the upside potential, which will probably be this green candle here, If we obviously break out of this, then that basically means that we should be coming up to retest $22,800 again. But I do kind of think if we do break out of this $22,800, then hopefully we should be coming up to sort of retest around $25,000. That is still my target. So hopefully we do get to around those levels. But as you can see here, you can see the triple bottom pattern a lot clearer. We did obviously break out, and the target was around $25,000, which is obviously what we couldn't quite reach just yet. But it's still my target. I think we do. I think we can still get there, but obviously we probably won't get there just yet. But let's head towards the daily. If we look at the daily, I mean, as you can see here on the daily, it still means it still basically shows me that we are still in the triple bottom pattern. Obviously, we did break through it. I mean, we still can break through it. So we'll just see what happens really with that. But that's kind of it on the daily. The RSI is looking fine. It's not looking too bearish. The volume's sort of going back up. So we've obviously come up, come back down, but we are slowly increasing again in volume. So hopefully we do get back up to that $22,800 level, then hopefully break through that, and then obviously come up to around $25,200. If we head towards Ethereum, for some reason my Ethereum chart's been deleted, so I very quickly had to try and draw some resistance and support levels. So as you can see here, so in my video yesterday, basically, this big pump to the upside here, I basically said that this created a bullish flag pattern, and I said if we do break out of this bullish flag pattern, then we should be getting up to around $1,500, which we did do, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah, as you can see, obviously Ethereum as well was in a triple bottom pattern. Let me just show you quickly on the daily, just to show it a bit clearer. So as you can see, this is the triple bottom pattern here. We broke out the neckline here. My target was $1,500 for Ethereum, and we literally hit it to a T, which is very nice to see. And I'm a poet, I just don't know it. But yeah, this is what I'm seeing right now. Obviously, we have broken out of this neckline here, which is obviously very nice, and we came up to around $1,500, which is what I predicted, which is very nice to see. So as you can see here, we've obviously looked at the 45-minute chart. This is the bullish flag pattern here that I've showed you. We are currently in a bearish flag pattern on the 45-minute chart, as you can see here. So obviously you have the big red candle, then you've got the sideways movement here. So our upside potential, if you do obviously break towards the upside here, which looks like we are about to tick bullish on the 45-minute chart, then we should be coming back up to around $1,500. If you break towards the downside, we should be coming back down to around $1,400 and potentially breaking down to around $1,390. So that's that on the 45-minute chart. If we head towards the hourly chart, it's the same thing. We obviously broke out this bullish flag pattern, created another bullish flag here. The upside potential was this flag here, which made me come up here. Let me just draw it in for you. So this is another flag pattern. So obviously this is the bottom of our support, and this is the top of the resistance. And this green candle here is our upside potential. If you look at this green upside potential, then it means that we obviously come up to around these levels here of around $1,480. And then we've obviously come up, traded sideways, creates like an ascending wedge, and then traded sideways, and then we created a basically just traded sideways. Now we've obviously created a bearish flag pattern, which is what we are in right now. If we head towards the 4-hourly chart, if we look at the 4-hourly, you can see the bearish flag pattern a lot clearer. Obviously, it's not a confirmed bullish flag pattern yet. It will only be a confirmed bullish flag pattern if we close this candle in the next 2.5 hours to 2 hours and 40 minutes. So obviously, once this is a confirmed bullish flag pattern, let me just extend these lines here so you can see obviously a little bit clearer the levels that we're sort of looking at. These lines are all really annoying me. Yes, as you can see here, let me just redo this pump towards the upside. So if we break towards the upside here on the 4-hourly chart, the upside potential is actually around $1,568. I do kind of hope Ethereum to get around the $1,600 level, which would be very nice to see. If we obviously break towards the downside on the 4-hour chart, then we will be coming all the way back down to support, potentially breaking through. So we'll be coming back down to support of around $1,390, so $1,400, and then potentially coming back down to around $1,380, and then potentially obviously coming back down a bit further to around $1,300. Obviously, we're not too far off ticking bullish yet on the RSI. On the 4-hour chart, doesn't look like we are about to tick bullish just yet. But obviously, as you can see on the 1 hourly, it looks like the RSI is curving upwards, and the yellow line's obviously coming down, and we could be crossing over, and that means that we should be ticking bullish. So I'm hoping that we do break out of this bearish flag pattern on the 1 hourly chart, and I'm hoping that we can get up to these levels first of around $1,530 and coming up to around $1,600. So that'd be very nice to see. If we head towards the daily, as you can see, the daily, we have actually broken out of a bullish flag pattern. So this is why I'm getting the $1,600 level. So as you can see here, we've so this was actually the bullish flag pattern here between this red candle here. And we've obviously broken towards the upside. So basically, if you look at this green candle here, move that towards the upside of this bullish flag on the daily, and then that means that basically gives us $1,620. So I'm hoping sort of by tomorrow we could actually be, so once this candle closes, we could actually be coming up to around $1,600, which would be very nice to see if we close outside of this bullish flag. If we obviously we're not going to break towards the downside, so I'm not even going to talk about that. As you can see, the volume is increasing, so we've obviously come down, come up, come down, and now we are slowly coming back up. So I do expect we'll probably get that pump towards the upside tomorrow to around $1,600. Then we might actually get rejected because obviously just following this pattern, it seems very symmetrical. So once we obviously get to the next sort of candle, we could be coming up to $1,600 and then potentially getting rejected and coming back down towards the downside, which is what I'm expecting. So let me just put a little resistance level in. So I kind of think we should be getting rejected around this level. We would definitely probably get rejected around these levels here. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that we do get around to 1,600, potentially come back down to, so we could pump up here, come to 1,600, potentially come back down here to retest this resistance level here of $1,400, and then hopefully continue back towards the upside to break through this again, and then head back towards the upside. I mean, we could actually create another double bottom pattern, or yeah, let's not start predicting stuff because it might not even go to plan. But anyway, Ethereum short term basically break towards the upside. I do feel like Ethereum can be getting to $1,600 by tomorrow, only if we obviously close above this bullish flag, which we are about to do. So yeah, that's it for Ethereum. So I predict $1,600 for Ethereum by tomorrow. And if we head towards Bitcoin, Bitcoin obviously hasn't broken towards the upside yet, which was a bit depressing. But if we head back towards the 4 hourly, so we basically need to be breaking out of this bearish flag pattern here once it closes. So it will close in the next 4 hours. So then by around 5 a.m. between 12 in the morning and 5 in the morning, or 4 in the morning, we could potentially be breaking out of this. But basically, we need to be. This needs to be a confirmed bearish flag pattern. Once it's a confirmed bearish flag pattern, then we might just trade sideways for a little bit. But once we break towards the upside, it will then mean that we will be coming up to retest 22,800. So in the meantime, not a lot's going to happen yet with Bitcoin. Obviously, if we do break towards the downside, we could be coming all the way back down to around 20,200. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you slap a like on it, and please make sure you do subscribe. It does help the channel a lot. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers, so it would help a lot if you do subscribe. And I hope you made it till the end of the video as well, and you didn't fall asleep. I'll see you on the next one tomorrow. I'll be posting around the same time. Peace.